Good morning, good morning, good morning. Excuse me. Good morning. Welcome to Get Rich 101. I'm your host, Sekou Writes, and my most recent book is Hack Your Pain Now. Hack Your Pain Now. Okay, so what are we doing? Well, so this is what happened. This stock is something that shows Friday, end of day. So that means Friday between like 3 and 4 p.m. because the stock market closes at 4. I chose this stock. Now, as you can see, you can see here, like I bought it because it was trending up. Trending up, these two, one down, two up, three up, two down. It's kind of trending upwards. So I chose this one. I chose this one also because it was cheap. It was $4.60. And so that's why I chose it. Because I wanted to buy something cheap. I found one that was trending better, but it was like $50. I was like, nah, I'm not mess with that. So anyway, I bought this at the end of the day for well LTRN. I don't know. I don't even know what that means. So I don't even worry about what it means. But I looked for LTRN and I bought it. And this morning I've been tweaking it. So interestingly enough is that I explained this to you before, and I still haven't figured out how to fix it. But my my chart here only shows the chart from Monday, no, from Friday, and then it continues it on month. Wait a minute. It takes a chart from Friday and continues it on Monday. Yes. Takes a chart from Friday and continues it on Monday, but does not chart anything that happens over the weekend. My phone, however, does. It does. It does. It tracks everything that happens over the weekend. And let me tell you what happened this this weekend. So what happened is it stuck. It stayed on the point where I bought it. It just stayed on that mark. Never had that happen before. It didn't go up or didn't go down. It stayed right there. I was like, okay. I zoomed in very closely to notice that my point of sale was the same as its regular rate of return. So I watched it. This was Friday. Well, no, this was Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, and then I was like, all right, well, I guess it's going to stay there and then jump up. But then today, I woke up around 7:30. Around 7:30, I looked at my phone, and my phone showed that that my price level had dropped significantly. It dropped. I was like, oh well, it is what it is. But I gave into that idea too soon. I gave into that idea too soon because the next time I looked at my phone, just going around minding my day, already assuming a loss, I looked at it and it was way up above. It's I don't know if you can see this, but it's a huge shot. A huge shot. It went up to $7.28. $7. I bought it in the fours, and it shot up to $7. Now, if I'd been paying attention, if I'd been following it, I would have sold. Because that's too much of a jump not to take advantage of it. Not to take advantage of it. I would have jumped on that immediately. But I just looked at it after it had gone up and come back down. So what I've got now is I'm going to show it to you on my phone. I've got, can you see that? That's my chart. And as you can see, I've got POS, that's my point of service. And then I've got an order sell at 537. Right? See that? See that right there? Because because now I've got to give my attention to the show. And so I'm basing it on, I'm hoping, honestly, I'm hoping now. So I'm hoping that the that the something would shift, and it is going to go up, and it's going to go cross my point of sale and sell it, and hopefully it will. Now that I've been holding on to this one. I've been holding on to this one for weeks now, and it has not gotten back to where it was. Look, a big gap down, So just because I've decided to hold it until it comes out, it may not come out. Right? So this is what we got right now. We've got two stocks, XHG and LTRN, and we're holding both of them to see if they're going to turn and give me something back. And if they don't, well, I tried, right? I tried because I checked a very small amount of what's in my account. So I didn't get crazy. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything nuts. I just put in enough of something. So just a little bit. Something. I'm not going to cry if I don't get my goal. But still, I've got the goal hold. I've got the goal holding. I don't know. I was having a little bit of trouble talking today. Anyway, I was trying to see what will happen. So that's what I've got to tell you about. I'll tell you about it. I guess I'll tell you about it next Monday because I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait and see if either of these turn and sell on my behalf, or if I'm just going to sell them and get back to the grind. All right. So I hope that was enough for everyone who's interested in doing this. I hope you got it. All right, so I'm going to close this out, and I'm going to get into something else. And let's see. No comments. All right, so I don't know if you guys are interested or not, but I'm trying to tell you what I'm doing. I'll tell you what I'm doing. But I just want to tell you one thing very quickly. I got to tell you about this weekend. Because it was so surreal. It was so surreal. So he was going to this event on Saturday, and I didn't really want to go. Because of all the things, because the pain and the various things that made me not want to go. So I decided I was going to run to her event right down here in Times Square. I was going to run to her event, and that's how I was going to get myself the accomplishment of running for the day, because I hadn't run it that far. I hadn't run at all yet, and the time was getting by. So I got up, I ran to her event, and I walked inside. So mind you, I've explained this before, but just a reminder that when you run, your endorphins start pumping. Like when you run for the longer, the better. But your endorphins are pumping. So I came in lit up, and I saw this woman walking towards me, and she gave me a big hug, and I gave her a big hug back, and she was like, "Oh my goodness, you're here." And I was like, yes, I'm here. And she's like, I gotta get you to speak. I was like, what do you mean? Like now? She's like, yeah, I need you to speak now. I was like, wow, okay. And so I mentioned my energy because I was fine with it. I was like, yeah, fine with it, yeah, whatever. And then and then and then I thought she forgot about it. Honestly, lots of things were going on. Lots of people were speaking. Lots of things were happening, and I thought, she forgot, but she did not forget. She did not forget. She called me up as the final speaker before we moved to the activity, and and I got up there. I walked up to the front of the classroom, and I just went for it. Now I was thinking about mom because she said that it was better for me not to have the cell phone, not to be looking at the cell phone while I'm up in front of people, right? And I was thinking about it. I was like, all right, mom, I'm going to go without it. I went up there without it, and I just spoke. I spoke, and Fee said it was my best pacing ever, best pacing ever in the time that I've been speaking post stroke. And so that was really powerful. It was really powerful. And I don't really remember what I said, but I remember I remember I remember asking them how old did I look, and then convincing them that I was 2.5 years old. Like really drilling that home. And I forgot lots of things. I forgot how they were trying to assign me the wheelchair and the cane. I forgot all kinds of things. I forgot about the book. I forgot about all kinds of things. But I seemed to reach somebody. I seemed to reach some people there. And so when we moved to the next section of the show, which was creating vision boards, people kept coming up to me and saying things that were very encouraging. And yeah, so that was really, it was a beautiful example of being able to step into it, being able to just step into it, because I was coming there just support me and do whatever was going to be done, do the vision board. But she called on me, and I said yes. I didn't allow myself to say no. I said yes, and I took the liberty of speaking, and I did well. I did well. I did well enough that some people were commenting to me about what was going to happen to me. And also, it was also while we were doing the the vision board part, there was another part of speaking. There was another part of speakers, and one of them was even in his speech was referencing me, and I was like, wow, he was referencing me in my speech. I was like, wow, that was. And he came up afterwards and like really, really good stuff. And so yeah, it was really impactful. It was really impactful, and I just gotta say that I feel like like I'm just barely getting better. I'm just barely getting better, but my mom, everyone says that I'm getting better by leaps and bounds, leaps and bounds. So I choose to believe them, and I keep on trucking, keep on trucking. So I'm going to do some more speaking engagements, just just based on that one. I'm going to try to do some more, and I'm going to have some of those people on my show, because one of them was talking about money, and I was like, what? And she was great. She talked about the emergency plan plus two more plans. I was like, what? Two more plans? So anyway, she was great. She's great. So I have her on the show too. So yeah, we're gonna have some great folks here on the show, and yeah, that's it really. That really really blew me up. I was like, I couldn't even sit still when the part where we were putting together the vision boards. I was like, I gotta go sit down somewhere. Gotta go sit down, and so I had to get myself settled. And then, by the way, they're going through my group. They're going through their magazines, and the woman had brought in some magazines from home, and she pulled out a Michelle Obama cover of Essence, and I was like, hey, I was in that magazine, and I was like, what? So yeah, I was in that, and so she was flipping through the pages. I was like, yeah, there it is. And there was a spot for Rock Spot Sekou, which was for me when I was making bracelets, and it was just so interesting that was one of the magazines that she bought. I was like, it just hit me when I saw her face. And I said, yeah, I was in there, and then I saw the little bit about me and the bracelet was really great. Really great. Really great. Yeah. So anyway, that was great. And I have to accept myself for accepting others, like accepting being asked to speak, and being able to give something that inspired people. Because I remember there were several points which people gave me applause, but I'm not sure what I was talking about, but it came out well. All right. So that's what I got for today. Just a quick little thing about the weekend that really fed me well, and that's what I got about the thing, the chart. Let me see if the chart is gone. No, it still hasn't gone. Still hasn't gone, people. It's still hovering below. So hopefully, as I said, it will reverse itself and it'll sell. But if not, I'm gonna let it go. So I'll let you know what happens on Monday. What happened on Monday? All right, because you can't win them all. You can't win them all. I'm doing the best I can to win, but I may not be able to win these two bets. All right, folks, and I will see you next time. And I will keep it popping until then. All right, later.